I think I love you, I think I need you, I think I want you, baby, I need you. I think I love you, I think I need you, I think I want you, baby, I need you. I think I love you, I think I need you, I think I want you.
Hello, one and all, and welcome to another video in the channel, in the Market Maker SA channel. Today we'll be focusing on a sub bonus topic into the whole lesson part. But today we'll be discussing accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Now, the reason why I chose to share this one today is because I think it's very important, and it actually gels well with our strategy, and it can help you psychologically to filter out what the market maker is more or less trying to do when he's trying to trap you. So let's begin. So we'll start with accumulation. What is accumulation? The accumulation phase is the resting point or consolidation phase of the market. This is more or less it's more or less the consolidation phase. The consolidation phase of the market, it's where the market goes sideways. It's where there's no movement of price or anything. It's just going sideways. It's done for the day. This is usually the phase where the market collects orders and reevaluates how they're going to proceed with taking out capital. So that means is basically is the period where they're just gonna sit down, move the market slow, try to collect orders, people who think they know what they're doing, trying to trade, and eventually they get taken out. And then they strategize on how they're gonna take out the capital, more or less, the stop losses, stuff like that. It usually occurs in the Asian session. So as you know, the Asian session is more or less it's the night. It's in the night from 11 o'clock to 8:30 Central African time. It's more or less the Asian session, and it usually occurs on Monday, being trap day. So for our strategy, Monday is usually a day we don't trade, but it's a trade we evaluate the market. So more or less on Monday, it's a day where we just see, because there's a lot of trap days. It's a slow day. It's an accumulation day. So it's a day where we don't usually trade. So that is accumulation. It's just when the market goes sideways, as you see with the box, where there's no movement of price and where market is collecting orders. Move on to the next. Okay, the next one we have is manipulation. Now this is more or less the destructive phase of this whole concept. So the manipulation phase is where the market starts trapping and inducing traders. So this is where the market starts showing direction, starts showing breakouts, false breakouts, things like that, for traders to trade, the novice retail traders to trade and get trapped. This phase is not volatile, however, it shows traders the type of direction to follow. So as I repeat, it's not a volatile stage of the market, as it's basically a way to trap. It shows direction for the traders to trade, but it's not volatile, and that is a key. It's a key indicator for us that that's the trap phase, because of the volatility. It's too slow. It goes sideways. It's a choppy volatility, more or less, and it shows the novice traders to trade. It gives them their breakouts, their touches on trend lines, their support and resistance, them type of thing. It shows them that for them to get taken out. It's usually formed in the London session. So it's usually formed in the London session that's after the Asian session. So from 9 o'clock to 2:30 is usually the London session. It's usually gonna be it shows you direction. Basically it's a trap. They're trying to trap you because they're trying to show you, okay, this is general direction of the day, so if you trade this, you'll guarantee make money. But it's actually false. They're just trying to take your money. It usually forms on Tuesday. So in our strategy, we call Tuesday the destructive day. It's a day where the market really takes out a lot of people, as that is more or less a very, very destructive day. It's a day of manipulation. It's a day of taking out people. Today it's a bad day. So yeah, that is manipulation, and we move on to our final one, which is distribution. What is distribution? Distribution is the phase where the market starts to correct the trend into the cycle. This is the phase where the market starts taking out traders who were previously induced. So distribution more or less is the phase where it starts to correct to the market maker cycle. It starts to correct properly. It starts to give you your cycle. It's basically the reset into the cycle after trapping has been occurred. So that is distribution. That is more or less where we'll be planning to trade, planning to get our entries, So that is distribution. It's more or less where we'll be planning to get our, sorry, that's manipulation, I'm sorry. Distribution, it's more or less where we'll be planning to get our entries. That is obviously be after the trapping and inducement has been occurred. So all the people who are trapped and induced are getting taken out in the distribution, and us the smart people are trading the distribution. So it usually occurs on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday onwards as the continuation. So it usually occurs on Wednesday. It usually occurs on the New York session. So New York session is from 2:30 to 6:30 Central African time. So it usually occurs then in the New York session, and it usually occurs in the midweek reversal. So the midweek reversal is a day where obviously the trapping, destructiveness, and the midweek reversal occurs. That's the reversal where after that trapping has been cut off, it's done. It now starts to correct. So Monday and Tuesday the trap days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is a continuation of the cycle. I told you at some point, if you go back to these videos, to the videos we did in this channel, I say at some point the market needs to correct back to a certain cycle. That is the market maker cycle. So when it's on the midweek reversal, they correct back to the market maker cycle. So that is distribution. So now we're gonna go to our charts and we're gonna see some practical examples. So we'll start with a downtrend movement, a downtrend example, and it starts off with the blue box being consolidation, accumulation. As you can see, there's sideways movements, a lot of sideways movements, thus being the beginning of the trend, the beginning of the move, sideways consolidation, slow movement. And then it quickly gets taken out by the manipulation, the red box, that being the manipulation of the market. As you can see, it occurs right coming out as a false breakout, thus indicating traders that okay, that's a trading opportunity, let us trade. So they take that trade going up, they have some money in the bank, and it's all good. That's the manipulation phase. And we come straight into the distribution phase, and it drops straight going down, taking out those people who were trading the fake breakout, but they got taken out, thus being the drop. The distribution, that is where we trade there on the distribution. Now if you can see, the times are mixed and matched. As you can see here, that accumulation starts at 8:30 in the evening, and it ends in the next day, and it ends at the next day at 2 o'clock in the night. So the manipulation distribution, it's still the same, but they can be switched around depending on what the market is trying to do. But as long as you just stick to the concept of manipulation, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, you will be fine. They do have the tendencies of switching the phases. One phase, accumulating, can occur in the London session, manipulation occurs in the New York session, and they can distribute in New York, and they can distribute in Asia. They can distribute in Asia. It's the same as they could do manipulation. They can do accumulation in London, manipulate in Asia, and distribute in London the next day. As long as you stick to the concept. But usually accumulation is in the morning for Asian session. Manipulation is in the afternoon, or not in the afternoon, in midday thus being the London session, and in the afternoon is distribution, being the afternoon. That's you, most of the time it usually occurs that way.